Okay, guys, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about the evidence of God. This is my evidence. This is subjective. All right. So some people say, "Oh, spirits are not real and miracles are not real, etc." So I'm gonna go into explaining that. To me, I've healed like two people. I've healed some more people. I'll talk about that later. But I was a flat-foot baby. I was healed too. Miracles do happen. My aunt, one time, she healed a fish. I healed a hamster. So that cannot be a placebo effect because that species does not probably know how to read that energy and say that, hey, I'm gonna feel better now. Oh, so the placebo effect is basically like you think you're gonna get better because you took a medicine or something, and sometimes that works. That doesn't always work, and that can't really work with animals because they don't think, oh, this person gave me something, so now I'm gonna feel better. So medicines don't always work. That's when miracles actually do work sometimes. So you can't always say that, oh, miracles don't work. The point is that both work sometimes, and sometimes they don't work. When it comes down to spirits, when I was a young boy, I was grabbed by the head by some demon thing from the side of my bed. I was usually scared to be at the edge of the bed, so my mom would let me sleep in the inside of the bed, but something still grabbed me. As I was waking up, it was there grabbing my head. I pulled away, and it put his hand underneath the bed, and then I called out to my mom, and I couldn't breathe. And so then I ran and jumped off the bed and ran to my grandma's. So that was real. I remember when I was, I think it was kind of like around the same time, there was these 8-year-old kids who lived across the street. They told me that they played the Ouija board and that they saw a head, a floating head. There was like a devil or something. And the way they described it was like as if they were terrified. So they were like, yeah, like that. Like they were really scared. So I don't think that they were lying. What else? I had some friends that lived in the projects. They told me that they saw things flying around the house because they were playing the Ouija board and she got freaky. One time, my mom was playing with her sister on the Ouija board in my old house, and the lights started dimming. I once played the Ouija board and nothing was happening. I was playing the Ouija board, it wasn't working, people were laughing, nothing was happening. So afterwards, I went to go into the room and blam, the fucking shades went up like that, and it was kind of freaky. As soon as I walked into the room, that never ever happened. It only happened that time, and it never happened again. So yeah, my point is that spiritual things like that are real, and it's like if the devil is real, then so is God, because that means basically that spiritual energy is real. And if spiritual energy is real, it's like come to the conclusion like, okay, how are we here, why are we here, how did we get here? We were probably spirits before, and we came and we reincarnated, or some spiritual force is behind the universe and could have made us. So if there's a spiritual force behind the universe, and even after life, then let's say the universe ended, there might still be the spiritual force of the universe. And let's say that it began, there's still probably the spiritual force of the universe that was born with it and was born within everything. And that's what I consider the Holy Spirit. The spiritual force of the universe is the Holy Spirit. So what else? The fact that a lot of people experience hauntings and things like that, there's that. There was a coincidence thing that I wanted to mention. Oh, the stars, like Orion is a constellation, and all of the he's like has like the brightest stars. The stars seem to show like as if there was a man in the sky, and all the other stars that are very bright seem to kind of like circumference that. Sometimes you have just one bright star out of nowhere here, there, whatnot, before the constellation Orion and his other stars that surround him come out. But he's basically there like as if he's the center of attention, and it's like, why would our place in the universe be so perfect to see this guy in the center of the sky? It's like as if our solar system was placed in the right place to see this kind of stars. So that's a coincidence. There's a lot of other coincidences. I said already about the fine-tune theory. There's the DNA. There's a lot of things that came into making humankind. Humans are the only ones that evolved enough to make technology. We're the most advanced species. So it's one out of millions of species that were advanced enough to communicate, capture animals, do all the shit that we've done. go out into outer space, etc., etc. We've evolved that far. So you would think that some other species would be able to evolve the way we did. You know, like why is it that humans have only? That's stupid. Or let's say that there's a bunch of different kind of monkeys. Why out of all the different species of humans, only one kind of survived? Well, I think that that's probably because of Noah's Ark. I think God probably chose the best looking monkey. And he's like, yeah, you're the best looking monkey. I'm gonna choose you. That's just one theory. And then the other ones are just like very instinctful and crazy and evil. That could be a possibility. Anyway, so long story short, these are like evidences that I conjured up by my own self and understanding of everything that I've experienced and other people have experienced. There's hauntings, there's this. So people think, oh, Christians are stupid, Muslims are stupid, but these people have had experiences or have seen things, that no one else can explain, and these things are real things that really happen. And God is love. He's the spirit of the universe, which is love, and he created all this universe, and this universe is love. So I know that the Bible kind of complicates God as well, and seeing things in that angle makes you feel like, oh shit, God is not real. Look at the suffering in the world. That's the story. Those are my evidences. These are real things, and I know that a lot of people haven't experienced them, but I would recommend trying to read about it and see which experiences are real. I know there's no evidence for it. You don't have to be convinced of it, but these things do happen to people, and I know that's not evidence, but you have to understand that at that point there is a possibility that there is a God, because these people are experiencing these things, and that's it. Okay, bye.